Hey y'all, welcome to Bluff City Life with me, Gina Neely. We have a great show planned for you today, so grab your lunch and come on back. Congratulations are due as adults go back to school and graduate with honors. Celebrate their journey to take back control of their lives. Plus, taking back control over your health. See how one CEO reached a life-changing milestone through motivation. But first, making moves and history in the Mid-South. One Memphis woman is building an empire in construction and bringing her visions to life. The 901 is in development. When you go for a drive, take a look at how many new neighborhoods are popping up everywhere. Have you thought of how many construction firms are actually owned by women? Only 13%. And from that, it's my pleasure to introduce you to the owner of Residence by Ross, one of the few African-American women construction builders, Tammie Ross. Welcome, Tammie. Welcome to Bluff City Life.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you.
No, I'm excited to chop it up with you because I have never thought about that. You know, we see buildings go up all the time, but we don't kind of wonder, well, who's behind it? Who's running it?
Yes.
So did you always, okay, let's go back to when you were a little girl.
Okay.
Were you always like putting puzzles together? What made you want to be a builder?
I always liked to decorate. So my room was forever changing. It was always evolving. And so I started working at Kirkland's and started getting all of my little decoration ideas from there and coming home and putting them to work.
So that's more like interior, though.
It is.
So is interior very like close to mapping out a building and all of that? Is that
Absolutely.
Is that sort of linked?
It
really?
is. Because you have to think about the design vision and what it's going to look like once everything comes to fruition. So I start thinking about the design aspect when we start coming up with the design of the house so we can see what the aftermath will look like.
So if you say, you know, oh, let me see, I want to put a wine rack here. You already kind of place it in your mind how big you need the room to be.
Absolutely.
How all of that. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Absolutely.
I was thinking it was a beginner step of what you want the outside, the frame to look like, if you will.
No, you start what you want the finished product to look like, and then you back your way into it. So, for instance, there are certain things about my lifestyle that's very specific to me. So when we're starting with the design process, my husband and I will collaborate as to what are our needs, and then we'll start the design process. But I always have a vision of what it will look like in its final stages prior to us starting the inception of the project.
So do you ever go into it and start one way and you have to pivot and kind of go, I didn't think that all the way through. Let me go back and maybe put something here.
Absolutely. Sometimes our drawing process, like for our personal home, it took 9 months to completely design it specific to our needs. And we thought about every single thing that would be important to us for our forever home, and we took our time and drew it out.
I love that, our forever home. That is so sweet. Now, okay, so this is good. I mean, because I just didn't think it was, I don't know what I thought, honestly. I'm just so used to walking into a space and it's already done.
Yes.
And I have to see if I like the space. I haven't had the turn of me choosing. I picked countertops and did the things like that, but as far as laying it out, and I always thought it was like a huge headache because everybody I know that has something built always say, don't do it. It's going to drive you crazy. They'll say one price and it'll be that price. It's just a headache.
Yes, it can be a headache, especially if you don't have the right builder or if you don't have a visionary with you. So it's really nice to be able to have someone who has that vision and who has that expertise to kind of walk you through that entire process.
How would one pick a builder? Like, tell me, how do you go about doing that? How would I do that?
A couple of things. I think that's a very good question. One of the things, you need to definitely do your research to see what is it, the builder, what do they stand for, what about their projects, what is it that speaks to you about that individual person, how do they price things out. Are they going to sit down and talk to you to find out what specific needs that you have and then help you to come up with this custom build? So I think a lot of things goes into that. And then also, do you want to go the custom building route? Because that's, I
was going to say, does customization often mean more expensive?
It can mean more expensive, but it just depends. There's so many different individualized aspects to where it's best to just sit down, have a conversation, see what your needs are. A lot of times people go the mass builder route because it's a little bit easier. They have things that's clearly defined. So it just depends upon your specific needs.
Okay, this pretty girl got a lot of information, y'all. We'll be right back with Miss Tammie Ross. Oh, sorry. Tammie, we're going to keep up with you in your home building journey. Okay. We will have you join us again for updates.
Yes, I'm so excited about that.
I get to follow you. Yay!
Absolutely.
Stay with us, y'all. Next on Bluff City Life, a second chance at success. The Excel Center is unveiling a new state-of-the-art building to help students even more. Hear what's inside.